Hail us 11 Universe, it's Xander, and you know what's really fun? Do you know what I really love? I really love sitting here for 30 minutes and restarting the endless mode of this game because I got fired last time on All Elite GM. And let's just show you where I was. Let's just look at where we were. Week 8, 3.61 million fans, 216,000 to our name. Here's our roster. Really good roster. Guess what? Screen recorder? See this right here? Yeah, it just stopped. See what that means I've got to do? That. Because you guys wouldn't believe it. You'd be like, you're just cheating. So let's start over. Let's see if it's the same as it was last time. I was going to say last time, it seems like they kind of made endless mode a little more fair. Like you see, the most expensive people are 100k, and they're 16 bucks, or they're 16 weeks instead of being a full 32 weeks or something. Like, it feels like it's a little more forgiving this time. So kind of the way I'm looking at this, and let me just triple check that we're still recording. We are. So we got about we got to get about 12 wrestlers to fill out a full 6-match card. Unfortunately, it looks like most of the people we're able to get right now are all going to be gone in 4 weeks. So let's see what we can get for decent amounts. We've got about 140k to play with if we don't run any segments. So right off the bat, let's look at who the most popular people we can get for the best prices are. Matt Sydal, 15k for 4 weeks. Well, I wish there was a way to organize how much time they're up for. So like you can get Serpentico for 8 weeks for 20k, Riho for 4 weeks. Let's see here, Nick Comoroto. God, I really wish I hadn't had to delete that last one, because that last one was going so well. Grab Penelope Ford, she'll be our first signing. Emi Sakura, she did really well for us last time. Alright, so we're already a sixth of the way there. 1 out of 6 down. I have a couple Dark Order members right here with Evil Uno. Oh wow, I forgot you can do like... Oh, that's right, you can like mass select people. So we got about 100k left to play with. We'll select Matt Sydal. Let's see here. So that's 1. Pack will be a good addition. So it's 2. We'll get Eddie Kingston for 8 weeks. Let's grab Eddie Kingston. Oh, we gripped. Kenny would kind of take us down too much. Let's see here. Serpentico and Evil Uno. Perfect. That builds the roster up just a little bit. So that's going to be a good kind of start. So our first match is going to be main event by Pac versus, not Evil Uno, but Eddie Kingston. Then we're going to have another one-on-one match. We're going to do... Who did I grab anyway? Emi Sakura versus, not Pac, but Penelope Ford. Like that. So it's mainly going to be one-on-one matches. We do have to do a 3-way dance for our next match. So Matt Sydal versus Evil Uno versus Serpentico. Alright, so we only have half the show, but that's the best we're going to be able to do. A hospitality table for the main event. Or for the, for that. We can't really set up any rivalries. That's fine. Are we still recording? Yes, we are. So we unfortunately are going to probably have a net loss. No, we are not. We're actually going to have a net gain of views. So that is awesome. We get some extra spending money. So we don't have much to spend right now, which means we can't really bring in anyone new at the moment. Like, if anyone, we would only be able to bring in guys like this. Like these lower card guys. Which we might try and grab, like, 1, so we can do 1 extra match a week. We got about 30k to play with, so let's see. Can we get someone decent for multiple weeks? We get Scorpio Sky for 8 weeks for that much. So let's grab Scorpio Sky. And if we tried to make it, you know what, we can make a feud. We can make a feud. Let's make our main event feud for the next 2 weeks, be Pac versus Eddie Kingston. Could you imagine those two going at it every week? So that's what we'll make the main event. We'll do Pac versus Kingston. Then we do Sakura versus Ford, because it's the only women we have right this minute. We have Seidel versus Uno. Let's do Sky versus Serpentico. And that is all we can do. And then we do a hospitality table, and we just do it between Pentico and Sky. And let's run the show. So, I will start watching it the first time we have a full show. So we lose 82K, roughly 84K actually. But we gain it all back across our 3 matches. Alright, we're getting a little more money back to our name, so we're doing pretty well now. As I'm sorry that I'm going to be frequently doing this, but I need to keep making sure that it's recording. Because I'm going to be paranoid every time, quite honestly. So my roster pretty much only has 2 weeks left across most of the roster. So we're going to have a huge drop in roster numbers in just a minute. Which means we need to sign some more people, because like all of our roster is not signed for very long. So do a little shopping spree here for 40K. Let's see if we can get some names on the roster. Oh, we get Stu Grayson and John Silver. Those would be some good additions. Colt Cabana. 3 members of the Dark Order right there for just under 100K. Actually, it'd be just over 100K, I think, at that point. There's Cody for 4 weeks. There's the Blade. Let's see. We got to be kind of smart about this. Let's look at who the best popularity we can get for a long time is. Let's get Bear Bronson. Why not? I've always been a fan of him. I watched him on the indies back in the day. Back when he was in the Philly indie scene. Maybe Wardlow could be kind of good. I think he's got the highest popularity. I think all these got kind of 73 for theirs. Yeah, we got a bunch of 73 popularities. It's looking like, yeah, 73 about. 73 looks like the highest. I really like Wardlow. I think he's got a bright future ahead of him. So let's grab Wardlow. Nice. 69,000 left to put on our show. Pac and Kingston is going to main event yet again. Let's come out in the opposite order. We're going to give one of them a gimmick. We're going to give Eddie Kingston a kendo stick because Eddie Kingston with a weapon is a dangerous, dangerous man. There we go. Just run this back again because it's literally all we can do. It's going to be like WCPW back in the day when all they had was Nixon, Newell, and B. Priestley. Both of which are with WWE now. How about that? Let's do Bear Bronson versus Matt Seidel. I don't believe we've done that match. Let's see here. Then Serpentico versus Wardlow. I think I booked Wardlow saying it was Bear Bronson. No, I didn't. Alright, cool. So we got Wardlow in there, and now we only have 10, so we actually have to skip out on that. Cool. And so one more time, hospitality table, because that just helps boost the morale of the show. Pac and Kingston. We're about to lose a few people this week, I believe. Let's jump through the show, see what we got. Only going to lose viewers on that one match, hopefully. Looks like it. Yep. Perfect. That was only week 4. Yeah, it was week 3. So this week we're going to be losing Pac. We're going to be losing Uno. We're going to be losing Seidel. We're losing 3. 4. We're only losing 4 members of the roster. So let's see if we can already go ahead and replace them. So we've got about 60K to play with yet again. If we want to build the rosters up. So let's see. Ethan Page could be helpful. Red Velvet could be helpful. For the purpose of the women's roster, we might want to grab a few. Let's try and grab one man, one woman for the roster. Like, Riho is really popular, so she'd be really helpful. But we'd only get her for 4 weeks. That's kind of the same thing you could say about Jade Cargill. She's less expensive than Riho, but not by much. And you only get her for 4 weeks. But then you got Yuka Sakazaki and Red Velvet, who are slightly less popular and a little more expensive, but you get them for longer periods of time. So I'm kind of thinking we either go Yuka Sakazaki or Red Velvet. Obviously, the eventual goal is to get some of these guys that you can get for 16, 20 plus weeks at a time. We've only got about 60 to play with right now. So maybe we get... Let's see. Jack Evans is always really helpful, is what I've kind of learned to have. Orange Cassidy is one of those popular guys in the game. Let's grab him. And just because we only have about 20,000 left to play with, let's get my girl Anna Jay in here. I love Anna Jay. So I don't think we have enough to actually do a full show right now. We would need one more woman to do a full show. But if we do that, it's kind of a slippery slope, because if we do that, then we can't do the full show anyway. So this is it. Pac and Kingston have already blown up their feud. So let's do Orange Cassidy and Pac. Roll that back to AEW Double or Nothing 2020, I want to say it was. And let's do a full triple threat with all the women we've got now. Three-way dance. Get my girl Anna Jay in there. Love Anna Jay. Always have. Then Kingston can fight Bear Bronson. That's going to be brutal. Then let's do Serpentico versus Matt Sydal. Let's make sure I'm still recording. I am. And then let's do Evil Uno versus Scorpio Sky. Is Wardlow not on the show? No, he's not. Interesting. Is he the only one not on the show? I think he is. And let's change one of these to be a three-way dance. And throw Wardlow in there. So, I forgot I had Wardlow already. That's kind of crazy. Is Serpentico on the show? Yeah. So, it's Wardlow versus Uno. And I want to say Serpentico? No, Scorpio Sky, right? Let me flip back through and make sure. Yep, I didn't forget about anyone. Hospitality table. And do that. So let's see how we're doing on the first weeks. Obviously, we lose the 42K like usual, but we make it all back up here. We're going to break the 2 million threshold. Our morale goes down a significant amount as we lose Pac and a handful of people. Serpentico received a critique for the recent performance. That is not good. We've lost 4 people. We've lost Pac. We've lost a handful of our roster, essentially, is what I'm saying. So we lost Pac. We've lost Matt Sydal. We lost one of the women's performers. I genuinely forgotten who it was already. I'm a little tired. Notice, recording this at 11:30 at night. So don't judge me too harshly. And we lost Evil Uno. If we get Evil Uno back for the same price, we'd have him boosted up with popularity. So I almost kind of want to do that. So we got about 60, about 80K to play with this time. Beat Kenny, maybe. Let's see. We got 80K to play with, so let's play with it a little bit, shall we? Let's get some bigger names. Was it Emi Sakura? Is that who we had? I think it was. Alright, so let's get Kenny. Let's get Max Caster. And Ray Phoenix. Evil Uno. Let's get Uno back. We were building him up enough. And then let's just look at the roster real quick. We can get one more kind of lower card person. How about QT Marshall? There we go. So Kenny Omega is in the house. He's going to enter a feud right off the bat. He's going to enter a feud. Kenny Omega is going to feud with Orange Cassidy for 4 weeks. He's going to main event the show. Kenny, we got Orange. I don't think we're going to be able to do many matches this week. Bronson, we're going to Scorpio. We're essentially going to put the most popular people we've got in here. We got Evil Uno back, so we're going to throw him in there with, who's our next most popular person? Is it Wardlow? It looks like it's Wardlow, unless Eddie's got a match already. Eddie's not already had a match. Alright, we can only afford to do one more match, so... Oh, I accidentally signed Trent? I don't remember signing him. Oh well. I didn't mean to click him, but I did. It happens, I guess. And so it looks like the next most popular pair to do will be a women's match between Anna Jay and Penelope Ford. That's a beautiful name. Penelope. Alright, now we're just going to skip matches because I want to see this AEW title match. Kenny and Orange. I want to see it happen. So let's see. Is Orange Cassidy about to win the title off Kenny? Let's find out. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Orange Cassidy is AEW champion. My God! My God! Orange Cassidy! This young kid! He came in tonight and he won the AEW title. And Jay's unhappy. There's only 2 of you in there, so it's like a 50-50 shot if you're falling on Emma. Alright. Can't really afford any of these bigger guys just yet. Jericho would be great to have. Darby. Darby is my guy. Like I have said this before, Darby Allin is my guy. Get Britt. We could afford getting Britt. We'll have her for 8 weeks, but she'd be useful. Serena Deeb. Serena Deeb might be a better investment for the long run. And we just build back up to getting Britt. Maybe we do it like that. Too late, I've done it. I saw Lance Archer, hang on. Oh man, I didn't even notice. I don't know how I wouldn't have even thought he was in the game. So this week we do the rematch, Cassidy versus Kenny. Triple threat. We got Serena Deeb versus Penelope Ford versus Anna Jay. We do a one-on-one match. We do Eddie Kingston versus Scorpio Sky. We do another one-on-one match. We do Evil Uno. You know what? This is a shout out to some old school wrestling fans on YouTube. Max Caster versus Bear Bronson. You know good and well why I did it. Certain people. Shout outs to Zach. Zach Russian will know why I did that. I think. Wardlow is then going to fight Trent. Alright, how'd the show go? Wardlow and Trent get 19K. Alright, building the show back up, boys. We're at 25, 250 mil. We got some cash to our name, which means we're going to sign Britt Baker DMD to the show. And we still have some money to play with. The roster is stacking back up. Things you love to hear. We are about to lose Evil Uno, I think. We're about to lose some people. Kenny's popularity is dwindling, unfortunately. That makes sense. We could sign A. Jackson for 4 weeks, but I'd rather get them both in one go if I'm going to get them. So we're going to do this last week, and then I'm going to call it before I somehow lose the footage again. Let's see, who can we get? I haven't gotten my boy Brian Cage yet, but I think he's probably one of the more expensive ones. How much is he? I saw him for a second there. Hang on, where is he? Brian Cage, 40K for 8 weeks. Well, I gotta get him at that point. At that point, I gotta get my guy. Brian Cage, like I said, he's my guy. Okay, so 4-week feud. Let's bring in Brian Cage, and let's do Brian Cage versus Eddie Kingston. And I think the final week, we're gonna get to do a full feud. Like a full show, I mean. I think. Bear Bronson versus Evil Uno. Let's do Kenny Omega versus Orange Cassidy. Let's do Max Caster versus Scorpio Sky. Let's do Fatal 4-Way of Anna Jay versus Dr. Britt Baker DMD versus Penelope Ford versus Serena Deeb. And we can't do a full week, but I will play the full show this time. So welcome to AEW Dynamite, ladies and gentlemen. First match of the night, we got a fatal 4-way between all women. Here comes Serena Deeb. She's going right at the women's champion, Britt Baker DMD. But Britt Baker, the women's champion, the role model, gets the win. I love Britt Baker. She's so great. Max Caster fighting Scorpio Sky. This young upstart Caster. Sky is going to knock him off. Scorpio Sky gets the win. AEW title on the line. Kenny Omega and Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy with the orange punch. He retains the championship. Big win for Orange Cassidy. Bear Bronson taking on Evil Uno of the Dark Order right now. Evil Uno taking on his upstart. Bear Bronson goes down. Brian Cage and Eddie Kingston now going to go at it. Brian Cage, the machine, is coming in, but Eddie Kingston knocks him off. How the mighty have fallen. A good show. We pulled in some new viewers. Morale is up. That... Ooh, Max Caster's unhappy. Well, he'll get over it. That is a good place to stop as long as we're still recording. Okay, we are. So we got about 100,000, maybe even more to play with. I say we end off on a cliffhanger. I say we end off on a big cliffhanger. What am I talking about? That's what I'm talking about. And, well, how about next time we start things off with a little bit of the bubbly. By that I mean Chris Jericho. Oops. Didn't realize Brian Cage was starting a feud. It's fine. We'll work with it. With that said, I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Let me know what you're thinking, because I'm having a ton of fun. I hope hitting the back button didn't just cancel the recording. We're good. We're going to claim my daily rewards here. What did I get? Play 50 weeks in endless mode. Well, they're not across the same endless mode. That's fine. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I don't think I've got anything else to show. I've been Xander. That was... Oh, wait, no, I got one more thing to show, as usual. Here is my friend code. I've been Xander. That was Elite GM. I'll see you all tomorrow.